Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Lucky Tarot. Thank you guys so much for being here. I have for you your June 9 to the 15 general love and relationship reading. This is intended for Scorpio Sun, Moon, Rising. I already pre-shuffled your cards, but I'm going to shuffle a bit more here. And Scorpio, I picked up the vibe wherein you guys this week are outgrowing a lot of people, a lot of attachment. And it's like you are very capable to let go of these people, even though they think that you couldn't, right? It's like maybe you've been thinking about this and you're preparing yourself. You've been prepared, right? But these people were not aware of your next move. So they did not see this as something that you're able to do. Maybe they were so sure that you would stick around. But you know, Scorpio, this week you're going to realize your power. You're going to be so self-empowered by letting go of people who do not belong in your life or your circle at the moment due to things that may have cost you, right? Relationships that have cost you. One more shuffle, and then we're going to look into a quick past, present, and future. I just want to see what are the energies playing out for you guys. Please note that these are just general messages. It may not resonate for all of you. And if you are a cross-watcher, feel free to reverse the roles as well. All right, so recent past is the Queen of Cups. What is the energy currently is the Nine of Swords. And what's coming in the near future is the Three of Pentacles. So this week, a lot of people are afraid. A lot of people are fearing that you're about to end a journey, a chapter with them. And maybe to you, you're also becoming more and more aware of your power. And this scares the hell out of people, right? Someone here is feeling paranoid. Someone here is fearing a lot of the changes that are going through. They're not so used about these changes. Someone is just not really embracing the whole idea, okay? Someone is afraid to let go of an attachment here, and that's what's causing all the paranoia and mental stress, mental anxiety. I feel as though you could also be experiencing stress, Scorpio, because it's not easy for you to let go of attachment, but you already know that you have decided on this because you don't want to really stress yourself any further than what you already are experiencing. So you're ready to take on the last push if this is what's needed to break free from somewhat an anxiety, right, playing out in your life. Because in the recent past, we have the Queen of Cups. You were the only one putting the effort in. You were the only one reaching out. You've been helping this people or this person, but it ended up costing a lot of your energy and time. You felt as though when you need them to help you, they weren't really there for you. It could have been a one-sided kind of connection or friendship. And because people are so maybe used to you reaching out all the time, and you finally cutting that cord, that line or connection with these people, right? You're beginning to feel more and more empowered. The depth of your love for these people may have been overlooked by them, right? There was lack of boundaries, healthy boundaries. Even though this people or person love you, I sense more than one person. So this could be a community or family setting. But it could differ from one Scorpio to another. I see a lot of seals over here. So you bended yourself just to please people maybe, because that's how you're willing to go and do the extra mile for those that you love. But it got into a point where you did not leave some for yourself and ended up being drowned with all of those emotions and love for people, right? And that could have caused some imbalance in your life and frankly still be causing a lot. And unless you cut this kind of connection and dynamics playing out, naturally you would feel more and more stressed and anxious because deep down you know this is not really a healthy dynamics, and at some point you need to recalibrate your life in order to regain balance. Balance is needed here. Mind and emotion needs to be in the right place. Okay, and I feel as though you both are not communicating very well. You may fear as though people would not understand, or this person may not understand you fully. But I have a sense wherein this person is waiting for you to speak out, Scorpio. Maybe you're keeping a lot of your emotions and you're hurt. That is why they are a bit startled. In the coming future, we have the Three of Pentacles. I highly sense with this card wherein there's gossips, there's just a lot of rumors being spread around, or that you could be participating in one. or that people are just throwing their own opinions of why this situation is happening, but they do not understand what is beyond the surface, right? Only you and the person involved. And so be very careful about people who may act as if they know about you and this person. The reason why I said that, because whoever this is with the Nine of Swords, someone is potentially open to being hurt by other people's opinions and criticisms. And this usually happens when you both allow yourselves to be open too much on maybe people scrutinizing the connection. And this could have been also the cause of the conflict to begin with. There's just a lot of people trying to be involved in the relationship. So there wasn't really room for privacy or just connecting with one another. And that could have added more to the lack of proper communication and hopefully fixing the connection, right? But Three of Pentacles is a card of expansion. So even though you're going through this, if you are brave enough and have faith in the process of healing, Scorpio, you're going to bounce back harder in life. You're going to regain stability. Okay, Three of Pentacles is expansion. Whatever you're putting here is not in vain. You're still going to come out victorious. You're still going to have helping hands in your environment, people that you can rely on, right? But use your intuition when discerning and deciphering those that you can trust. Since you are outgrowing certain relationships, I feel like you already understand your power, and that there are certain people who are threatened by your power. They don't necessarily have the best intentions, even though they are in your circle. So be very careful, okay? All right, so with that said, I'm going to put this on the side. We're going to return to these cards if we need. We're going to look into your energy versus the person that you're involved with right now, Scorpio. What is the focus for this week, please, Spirit? Okay, and we have the Knight of Cups. The focus is getting back to a happy state, Scorpio, getting back on following your bliss, right? Feeling free to really pursue what you want. If this has been drowning you, you want to stay, above the situation and be ready to conquer what is the next chapter of your life, right? You're so looking forward to maybe a trip, a vacation, or just doing something really fun and creative. Let's see. All right, so Seven of Swords. Yeah, there could have been some power play here. Deceit. Someone has sneaked behind your back to do things that you were not aware of in the past. But now it's becoming more and more clear to you that someone could have taken advantage of your kindness pretty much. Because I sense that you truly tried your best pleasing this person or helping people out. And that's how much you're willing to do. What people don't understand is that once you love people and once you love someone, you give them your world. You give them everything just to go over and beyond, right? So not only is there someone sneaking behind someone's back here, but it could cause further friction. Five of Wands. Again, a sense of competition here. Maybe you are romantically involved with someone who... Sorry for that, Scorpio. I had to check my battery. Going back to your reading, I feel as though you're dealing with someone who has a very tense nature, very competitive nature, like I mentioned. You're always clashing with this person lately, and especially this week, it's like someone is so eager to point out your mistakes. Someone is eager to point out how different the two of you are, and therefore causing more friction and tension instead of resolving the situation. So with the Five of Wands here, you both could be easily triggered to go back and forth with arguments that seem to be pointless at the end of the day, because you are setting your sights higher now with the Knight of Cups. You want to follow your bliss. You want to be happy. You want to be back in a place of harmony, right? Because Five of Wands here is draining all of that wonderful focus that you have. You could be putting that towards career, family, friends, and creating something, but it seems like this person wants the attention, and therefore you're maybe triggered to participate in this. So use your intuition to discern whether or not it's worth it, right? To even put yourself in this situation, all right? Because I feel as though with the Seven of Swords, it could also mean that you need to protect your energy. You need to be really extra cautious. Maybe it's you that needs to sneak behind this person because they're plotting something here. Someone is plotting something here, and I don't really trust this person's vibe at the moment, right? And I was saying a while ago, outgrowing. So maybe you're shedding your own skin. You're having a different taste when it comes to love. You're having a different taste when it comes to friends, or you're having a whole new definition with the word love and trust. So that means, Scorpio, that you're elevating to a higher self, a higher awareness. And maybe you're resulting to not communicating, withdrawing, and keeping things to yourself because you know that these people will never be able to understand, okay, the amount of awareness that you are in right now, okay? So maybe this person is trying to force the issue, trying to force you to stay, or trying to force you to see things how this person sees things, right? But let's see. Could also be feeling like you're competing for this person's attention in the past, and they're giving you just enough to make you stay, but you're the only one putting the effort in. And so now that you are refocusing on something else, this person is starting drama. So be very careful about that. There could even be gossips, drama, power play over here. It could differ from one Scorpio to another. But it's best that you release the tension by ignoring this person completely, right? So you have the Queen of Wands. Now you could be connecting with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And I feel as though your emotions are really focused on creating. You have the creative vision, like the Queen of Wands. And as much as you want to waste, and toil around this whole drama, you know for a fact that you just want to be productive. Queen of Wands, you want to be back into your old self, that fun, vibrant, and in control, in charge of your emotions, right? So this is you for once, being on the lookout and putting yourself first, putting yourself on top, right? Because what this is pulling you down and down and down and just draining your energy. And at the end of the day, you know that nothing good is going to come out of it if you keep yourself in a loop with this person, right? It's just a game for this person for now. And maybe this person doesn't see it that way, because to them, you could be dealing with a Taurus, by the way, a very strong figure, very strong voice, very dominant, right? So to them, this person sees their way as the only way. So you could be dealing with a very restrictive partner or person who tries to impose this and that as being the only way that matters. And how this affects you is that you constantly feel pushed aside, looked over, right? You feel like you don't have a voice with this person. And oftentimes you would keep it to yourself, your emotions, and you will feel as though from time to time like you don't want to disappoint this person. You're always on your toes. You're always having this chip on your shoulder to check whether or not you're pleasing this person or doing things how this person wants to be doing things in the relationship. And I feel as though this person wants commitment, but it's hard to sustain commitment with a person who only listens to what they want to listen to their own voice rather than opening up a relationship for balance and proper give and take. There's a really dominant figure here with the Hierophant, right? If it's not a particular relationship, then I sense that this could be a group, right? Because Hierophant talks about institutions and also organized groups, religion. So it means that you're clashing with someone with principles and beliefs. And so maybe you're thinking about going things in another direction, in another way, right? And you're following your own instinct, you're following your own path. If in the previous you used to blend in with this people or person just to belong, right? Now you're exercising your own control of your own path. You're believing in yourself now, Scorpio. You're aware of your power, and this threatens the organized structure over here. So let's see, what is the challenge for this week? Challenge for this week is the Page of Pentacles. You could be dealing with an earth sign, all right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but I sense a strong Taurus sign here. But the challenge here for this particular deck, the Page of Pentacles, is presented as spiritual awakening. A page is in a journey of releasing attachment from materialistic things or relationships in the expense of becoming aware, awakened, and enlightened in a higher form of awareness. So that is it's in itself quite challenging, because who you're dealing with is religious, very stuck on very traditional methods, and you don't want to keep on doing things this way. You want to, you know, go outside your comfort zone. You want to do things differently. You are not afraid to question this person's authority, maybe. And you know for a fact that you are validated to have your own free will. So maybe this itself is a form of spiritual awakening, not a religious awakening. There's a difference. This is practice. This is organization. This is rules. Spirituality is following what your intuition is telling you and having faith, right? That you are being guided by your guides, spiritual guides, to do what is the spirit compelling you to do. And perhaps not participating in this and doing things quite differently with the Seven of Swords is already sending a loud message to this person that you're not the same kind of Scorpion that you once were. You're outgrowing this. You're not afraid to do things solo now. That is a good thing. So let's see how you see the connection for this week. Ace of Wands and the Death card. There you go. Well, it's really all about you letting go. You're letting go of this connection. You're letting go of the anger, the drama, and everything that involves this situation, all right? You're no longer letting that affect you. You have a change of mindset now. You're focused on something else. And you know that if you linger on this, the chances are, you know, you will be stuck and you will feel more and more confused. And an ending has already happened, at least for you. You're ready to move forward, right? But this person with the Ace of Wands is trying to manifest, trying to chase you, to be honest, trying to start something with you, but it's like they're resulting to some form of tension or drama just to get you back in the loop, if that makes sense. Or that they're trying to apologize for what they've done and they're trying to approach you with a different kind of way. They're trying to become more passionate now. And that's maybe because you already walked away and they're trying to regret what they've done. Again, someone fears the changes that you are doing here. I mentioned that a while ago, Scorpio. So maybe this person is thinking that they can undo everything and start from scratch. This person is not over you, but is still stuck up to their old ways, okay? So if you're here looking for confirmation, even though this person desires a new beginning, be very careful because they're not over an old way of doing things, right? And that to you is important because if you give this person another chance, knowing that an ending already took place and that you are a different person, you cannot afford to just keep doing things over and over and expecting a different result. You don't want to waste time with that. So let's get an advice card for you guys this week, okay? To wrap things up, we have the Queen of Swords. So you guys are cutting communication completely because you have grown wiser out of this situation. You already know that you need to collect your thoughts. You need to be rational about this. You need to be logical about this because someone can easily smooth talk their way into your life and maybe still control you emotionally. And since emotions are a very sensitive matter to you, you're choosing to be logical for this week to resolve the situation, right? You're trying to be stronger, standing firm on your decision, not to let this person penetrate your space and not try to mess with your mind. You're a very intuitive person this week, coupled with logic to win over the situation, right? And you're also blocking any form of possibly manipulation from this person. Look at you. You're remaining on top and you're happy there. You don't want to fall back to the bottom, right? It took a lot of energy to be on top and sustain, protecting your energy and blocking this person from, or people from entering your space. Two of Wands. Do not be afraid to break free from a cage that has been imposed on you. Remember that this Hierophant sometimes has a very strong voice that wants to, you know, come across as the only way that matters. And if you believe that, then you would be stuck in a cage. But believe that there's a reason why you want to do things differently, or you're being compelled to break free from that and rebel in some ways, because you know that there's more to life, there's more to relationship, and you can already see and feel the changes that you want to happen. The only thing that's stopping you is yourself. So if you're brave enough to see and follow your bliss, take a new chance, take a risk on a new journey or doing things differently, perhaps that will become a very fruitful risk for you guys, okay? So that is your reading. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'm sending you love and light, and I'll talk to you guys soon.